The problem is you have an extremely corrupt program, but up until this administration and with President Trump's direct focus on this and making sure every taxpayer dollar is spent appropriately, we've never really had the opportunity to dig in. So we're going to be talking a lot more about SNAP reform. We've got a lot of people listening now, which is very, very helpful, and to take that program back to its original intent of helping those who are truly needy in our communities, but not to have a massive welfare benefit where so many people are taking advantage of it that shouldn't be.
As you can see, the idea here, now that SNAP benefits are being taken away, the idea is to demonize anyone that was on SNAP even further. It's not like that hasn't been the idea and energy before, but now the whole program is corrupt. SNAP is corrupt. The only thing I'm upset about by seeing this is that I didn't predict it, because it's pretty obvious. As things get taken away, they find a new way to talk about waste, fraud, and abuse. And of course, the next step is to continue to take away SNAP benefits and call all those benefits corrupt. And it's something that we just have to permanently get rid of or minimize, just like they said with healthcare, Medicare, and everything else that they wanted to talk about. It's hoarding more resources and claiming that you guys who pay for them are the bad guys. There's a reason Brooke Rollins said that.
So all they have to do is say, the government is open, and that's the end of it. And, largely, when you talk about SNAP, you're talking about largely Democrats. But I'm president. I want to help everybody. I want to help Democrats and Republicans. But when you're talking about SNAP, if you look, it's largely Democrats. They're hurting their own people. Thank you very much.
Literally nobody's buying that. Nobody's buying that. The only people who listen to that and move on and nod their heads are like, oh, that's another lie I can tell, hopefully, in whatever circles that I'm talking about this in, maybe in my keyboard warrior moments online. But Donald Trump apparently says it's mostly Democrats that are on SNAP. These lies don't have to make sense. They just have to be told. That's the whole purpose of this. Here's Brooke Rollins doing her one job of continuing down this same road of demonizing and now talking about this program.
As we sent letters to every governor in America being very clear that no illegal aliens can use SNAP. 0, 0, 0. We asked every state for the first time in history, and this was in February, to send us their data and let us, with Doge and a war room, actually start going through this data to better understand how this explosion of SNAP benefits happened under Joe Biden. We increased almost 40% on this program in just a couple of years under the Biden administration. Of course, we know they were trying to buy the election, but that's a conversation for another time. And since we have asked for that data, 29 states have complied. Of course, almost all the red states, a couple of couple blue states too. But in that data, and I haven't talked about this yet publicly, in that data we've studied about $100 billion in spend. We have found thousands and thousands of illegal use of the EBT card. We have been moving people off of SNAP. We've got almost 700,000 people, I think, we've moved off just since the president took office. We've arrested about 118 people. So this has been ongoing. But Rachel, to your point, what this conversation has allowed is a national spotlight on a broken and corrupt program. We found one guy in 6 different states getting a benefit. We found about 5,000 people that are dead who are still getting benefits. It is time to drastically reform this program so that we can make sure that those who are truly needy, truly vulnerable, are getting what they need, and the rest of the corruption goes away and we can serve the American taxpayer.
You notice this same line of attack? The people that truly deserve Medicare and Medicaid aren't getting it. It's those freeloaders that are playing video games in your mom's basement that are 23 years old and full able-bodied and don't deserve the benefits that they pay for. Similarly here, suddenly the people that deserve SNAP aren't getting it. It's all those folks that you're supposed to hate that are getting it. Again, she brings up illegal immigrants, just like they brought up healthcare, saying that undocumented immigrants are the ones that are taking away all your healthcare when it absolutely isn't happening. After that gets debunked, which it had been countless times, then they just tell it again. It doesn't matter that you prove them wrong. They don't care about being wrong. They care about saying it enough times that enough people buy their line of propaganda. The purpose is to continue this onslaught and this attack on the country. But, they're poor white voters, which there's plenty of in this country. They may see that and go, wait a second, they can't take away my SNAP benefits. I'm a hardworking person. I voted for this administration. That's when bullshit like this kicks in.
This is AI. Here's how we know and why it matters. It's made by impossible_ASMR1, who, after 8 failed slot posts and a 3-month break, decided that Sora could finally make their dream content. Videos of black women trying to use EBT in places it's not accepted. True creativity unleashed by AI. The shutdown created an opportunity to have them yell at the camera, but it's not till the whole family's back there that the full racist stereotype is fulfilled. This is rage bait, and we'll get angry commenters who, when they learn it's AI, will say, oh, but it's true anyway? Which of course it's not, and that's cope for being played. They were so played they didn't notice the kid missing half an arm while the other kids are frozen in place for no reason, and these down here are warping together. They were too focused on this fake AI person cramming in a script that they used 3 other times for their other fake AI people. I will gladly knock down AI rage bait of all kinds and from anywhere on the spectrum because it's part of the same problem, casually letting our feed slip into fake, parallel AI universes that exist only to divide us.
So you got to go back to the old propaganda. It's not even that old. They used it all the time, but it's those welfare queens. It's those black women that are using up all this healthcare. Those are the ones that are complaining about it, except the problem, as was pointed out by that post, it's AI, which is the other problem that we said would continue to happen. As they continue to streamline this AI, which by the way wasn't even that good, people will still buy the bullshit and be like, oh, that's okay that they're taking away my SNAP benefits. I'm not a black woman who's yelling to the camera about my 7 kids and my baby daddies that aren't here. You know, that same shit that they've been saying for decades. You know who else picked up on that? Fox News picked up on that. Here's Tim Miller of the Bulwark pointing that out.
Fox News got fooled by a series of racist AI videos or purporting to be black women complaining about losing their SNAP benefits. Even if these were real people, this is an absurd story to cover, and it's outrageous to try to nutpick a handful of people that you think will play into the racial prejudice of your audience. Insane to consider that and consider the news judgment on that. But the problem here is, the people aren't even real.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I get over $2,500 a month in stamps. I sell them $2,000 worth for about $1,200 to $1,500 cash. That's why everybody's upset. Folks say we're taking advantage, but that's how we get by.
It's not like getting fooled by one of these old deepfakes that were terrible. Like these things are getting good. But you're a news organization, and so if you're going to do an article based on a fact that was presented by a person, you need to confirm that person exists in the world. You know, you can't just run with it. And one of the reasons you can't just run with it is because nowadays in 2025, the person that you're watching on your TikTok might not be a person, it might be a computer. Anyway, the new article continues. Other similar videos of women also claiming to have 7 different children and 7 fathers for them also went viral in what appeared to be AI-generated content. I do just have to correct them one more time. These are not videos of women if they're AI-generated. They're fake videos. They're videos of computers. They've been conjured.
One thing I got to disagree with Tim Miller of the Bulwark. Fox News wasn't fooled. Fox News was not fooled and tricked by those AI videos that they then reported on and said that these are black women who are complaining about losing their SNAP benefits. So therefore, you should have no issues with you, white lady, losing your SNAP benefits. They know what they're doing. It's always been this way.